Hey guys, Miss J here, aka your hostess with mostest from the Tea Lounge with Miss J, here to bring you guys another great episode of the Tea Lounge. Of course, you guys know we are a celebrity-based podcast where I talk with various celebrities about different topics. I'm super excited to be introducing my next guest. He is a author and he is blazing up the book and writing trails with his urban fantasy. I am super excited to get to know him and for you guys to get to know him as well. Please give us really big warm welcome to Mr. S.L. Jackson. Hi, Mr. Jackson.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
Well, we're super excited to have you on the show today. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me your time.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I appreciate you having me. I really do.
Of course. Well, I'm going to fire the first question at you. What began your passion for writing?
Sorry.
No, you're good. Good.
All right. So basically, when I was like 9 years old, 8 or 9 years old, I had a cousin named Black. He introduced me and my brother to rap and writing music. And around the same time, I was introduced to creative writing. So I've been writing raps and writing creative writing stories since I was about 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, wow. Did you say your friend's name was Blackie?
No, his name was Black. It was my cousin. He passed away now, but it was my older cousin, so I wanted to be just like him. So if he was rapping, we was rapping. If he was doing something in the streets, we wanted to do something in the streets. So it was just basically I was just introduced to creative writing and writing raps around the same time, which I was either 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, wow. That's really nice. That's actually really tender. That's a really sweet. That's really sweet. Um, Kind of going on to that, never kind of going on with that question. What stories do you like to tell?
Well, with my book is an urban fantasy novella, and I'm telling stories about it's called Animal Instinct: The Urban Jungle, and basically the book is about the jungle being ran by animals, but from their point of view. Like, so for instance, like the family of rabbits. So it's a family of rabbits, the Jackson rabbits, and they are head of the underworld cartel. But their cartel consists of foxes, dogs, uh, doves, possums. So I'm just giving you the point of view of what's really going on in the jungle, because like when you outside, because I live where I see a lot of animals. So when I'm outside and I see rabbits running past or whatever, we don't know what those rabbits are going to do. We don't know if that rabbit just had to fight for his life and he's getting away, or we don't know if that rabbit is going to get food for his family. So I just gave you the perspective of like a point of view from the animals and what's going on in their world.
And I love that. And can I say it's really refreshing to have to see more African American males, dub into the urban fantasy, because I always mostly read urban fantasies from Black women. So it's super refreshing to see more African American males get into the urban fantasy. I'm loving it, and your book sounds incredible, and it sounds really really fresh.
Really, yeah, I send you I email you over the ebook so you can check it out. You know what I'm saying? I should have did that first. I'm sorry, but I definitely get you a copy of the ebook over so you can read it. It's not that long. That's why it's a novella. A novella is actually a short novel for the listeners who never actually heard the word novella. That's what it is. So I chose to write urban fantasy. I didn't even choose to write urban fantasy. I wrote what I felt. And then I did the research and found out it was urban fantasy. And then through doing the research, I actually found out that there's not a lot of Black urban fantasy authors. And then there's definitely not a lot of Black urban fantasy authors that's male. And if it is, they don't come from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see me, I you know what I'm saying? I don't look like I would write urban fantasy. I look like I would write urban fiction, but that's funny to me because that's people judging the book by its cover, if you feel what I'm saying. So
for sure.
I'm plugged in with like the best urban fiction writers at the top of the game. Like I'm plugged in with the best of the best. And it's great that I don't write urban fiction, but I still could give these people a call and we really don't even talk books. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But I know that they at the top of their game. So if I do need advice, I could reach out to some of the top of the game. I could literally call the writers that's at the top of the game. And since I'm not competition to them and they not competition to me, so we got a great rapport with that because I'm urban fantasy. Like my book is a tall tale. It's a fantasy. It's to open up your imagination. So that's the way I approach it when I promote it. Like I've been in the Publishers Weekly, but I also been on the Source magazine website. Like I'm bridging a gap because I don't exist to urban fantasy Black author males don't exist to the book world. So I'm coming through and I'm making them respect it. Like it's no way around it. My content is good. My cover is good. I came to take over the book world just to prove that you can't judge a book by its cover.
And I love that. And yes, please, 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 whenever you can, send me a copy. I would love to read it. It just sounds like a fresh perspective. And like we just both pointed out, there's not a lot of, Black males doing urban fantasy. So please send me a copy because I am dying to read. I'm hooked already by the plot of it. So yes, please send me one.
Definitely. I'm about to send it to you right now.
That's awesome. Going on to the number 3 question. What are some of your favorite authors and why?
Okay, well, my favorite author of all time, well, I have favorite projects from authors, but my favorite author of all time, now that I sit down and think about it, is actually Iceberg Slim. The reason Iceberg Slim is my favorite author because I was just recently, my father introduced me to Iceberg Slim and Donald Goines as a child. And that moment was special in my life. You know what I'm saying? So just recently, a couple weeks ago, I had dove back into it. I was listening to the audiobook Pimp Story of My Life by Iceberg Slim. And through listening to the audiobook, I discovered at one point he was a pimp in Philadelphia, right?
Oh, wow.
So why Iceberg Slim is pimping in Philadelphia, he mentions a guy by the name, a friend of his that was a pimp by the name of Silas. That person that he mentions, Silas, that's my great-grandfather.
What?
Yes. So Iceberg Slim mentions his friend Silas from the East Coast that was also one of his pimp partners. That's my great-grandfather. You feel what I'm saying? And
wow.
Another thing about and Donald Goines is also my favorite because I'm from Inkster, Michigan. That's 20 minutes outside of Detroit coming west. Inkster, Michigan is the most important 6.2 miles in the history of the world. All I ask your listeners is to Google, Bing, Google Inkster, Michigan and see what came from Inkster, Michigan. So I'm right around the corner, so to speak, from where Donald Goines grew up and was writing his book set. So my father tells me one day that he's not sure what book it is, but my real first name actually comes out of an Iceberg Slim or a Donald Goines book. So this was my destiny. You know what I'm saying? Because in real life, my great-grandfather was a friend or associate to Iceberg Slim. And in real life, my real first name came out of either a Donald Goines book or an Iceberg Slim book. So nobody else can have that story. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody else can have that story. So and then Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, is also one of my favorite authors. And the reason Harper Lee is one of my favorite authors is because To Kill a Mockingbird had so much impact on the literary world, and she only really published one book. The second book that came out from Harper Lee was actually the rough draft To Kill a Mockingbird. You feel me? So Harper Lee, Iceberg Slim, Donald Goines, and for sure Jaquavius Coleman. Those are some of my favorite authors. But I read all type of books. I'm not I got a bookshelf at the crib and it's all type of books on there because I'm just a learner. I love to learn. So like I said, I got more favorite projects than favorite authors, but Iceberg Slim, Donald Goines, Harper Lee, and definitely Jaquavius Coleman would be some of the people that I really respect their writing. So I would say that those are some of my favorite writers.
That is an incredible story. I am just just in awe. Wow. Your destiny was literally written in books. That's insane.
Exactly.
That's insane. If you think of it that way, your destiny was literally written in books. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And yes, I am definitely going to Google Michigan later after.
No, Inkster. It's Inkster. It's Inkster, Michigan.
Yes.
Inkster, Michigan. Just to give you a quick history, Malcolm X actually opened up his first masjid here when he was a Muslim, and it was funded by the Miles, which is a prominent family in Inkster. When Malcolm X was the last, the last standing house that Malcolm X lived in before he was murdered is in Inkster, Michigan, on William Street. I'm from William Street. His very last speech before he was murdered at the Audubon Bomb Room, he tell you, hey, if you think the South is bad, try driving through Dearborn, Michigan, because that's what I got to drive through on my way home. So it's like Malcolm X opened his first masjid here. We had a black billionaire by the name of Don Barton that come from here. We put out basketball players. We put out football players. The head of the NHL Players Association, who is a white guy, was actually from Inkster, Michigan at one point. It was a lady that was almost the head of NASA at one point is from Inkster, Michigan. Inkster, Michigan was started because Henry Ford didn't want the black kids and the white kids to go to school together. So they came up with this city. Because I'm 2 minutes away from Dearborn, Michigan, where the Fords are from. So like the history of Inkster, Michigan is deep. You know, so I would just ask your listeners to check out Inkster, Michigan, so you can see where I'm coming from. Because it's the ghetto still, but it's just so much rich history that we put out greatness. And I'm just part of the greatness that come from the city.
Oh, wow. That is a star-studded, okay? That is a star-studded list. I got to check that out. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Um, all right, go. That is amazing. You're gonna have to Google this during the interview. I'm just kidding though. But I know you were explaining at the beginning of the interview where you would how you kind of began the urban jungle. But can you tell the T Lounge audience, why they should check out the urban jungle?
Well, I feel like anybody who listening to the T Lounge audience, you should check out Animal Instinct: The Urban Jungle by S.L. Jackson, because it's going to open up your imagination. Like, we dealing with a world right now that they desensitizing us to everything they showing on the news,
Yes.
everything that's going on. Like, they desensitizing you. So when you see somebody get murdered on your timeline and Instagram, it don't hit you the same. It's like making you dry. Is taking all the emotions out of you. So what I did with my book was, everybody loves some type of animal. You either love or hate animals. But this
Mm-hmm.
book, you would never look at animals the same, because you will have a genuine love for them. So for instance, like, the main characters are Mama, Papa, and they had two twin sons, Leaps and Jumps. I'm an identical twin. So the main characters in the story are identical twin rabbits. And I wrote it from a point of, the story is about the twins and the respect everybody had for their parents. So the respect that everybody got for the twins is love, is loyalty, is anger, is murder. It's all the elements that make you a human, but it's about animals. You know what I'm saying? So at one point in the story, the twins discover mushrooms and they become mushroom dealers. Now, if you go outside right now and you see a rabbit, he go over there by the mushrooms. We don't know what the mushrooms do to the rabbits or the foxes or whatever, but we know that those mushrooms are really in the jungle. See, everything, nothing about the story is humanized. So when I speak of a perspective of they making money, they making gold and silver, because you can go somewhere in the world and dig up gold and dig up silver. They don't got guns. They're not driving cars. They're not doing nothing that will make you think that this was a human, other than expressing feelings, because these animals have feelings as well. So I would want people to just check it out and read it, just for an escape from what's really going on, and to open up your imagination. Like, if you come from somewhere like we come from, I don't want to be seeing no trouble all day. I want to see something that's gonna make me feel good, or that's gonna make me feel like,
Yes.
okay, I want to feel good about when I go outside and I see a fox running past. The fox not the enemy, because guess what? That fox is operating in its own world. It don't even know you exist until you bother it. It's not coming to bother you. It's on it. That fox could be going to feed its kids, and you stop it in the middle of that. Now it got to attack you. But when you on your way to feed your kids, if somebody stop you and try to hurt you in the middle of that, you would do the same thing.
Yep. Yep. That is so true. That is so true. Well, I hope my audience really takes away from that, and I really hope go and Google it and download it, pick it up from libraries, wherever they see it. Definitely get The Urban Jungle. It sounds like a really great escape. It sounds like a really refreshing urban fantasy, and it just sounds like a very just interesting story all around.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. And it is Animal Instinct, the Urban Jungle. And my we doing something real big with it though. Like so, uh, I won an award for it. It's the 2020 ELIT Gold Medal winner for short story fiction. So I got an award for it. And
congratulations.
thank you, appreciate that. And we actually in the process of turning this into an animated series. So I am the first debut urban fantasy award-winning Black author to turn his award-winning novella into an animated series. I have
Oh, wow.
I had a first official trailer in September. I just put out a press release with the first look. That's just so people could see the characters. But then in September, I'll have the first. I'm gonna get the first official trailer out of there. I got the people that's animated it are I got a Black animation company animating it. I got and it's gonna come out on the Black streaming service because I'm not shopping it to nobody else first. Like I got a list of Black streaming services that's out, and I'm gonna shop it to them first because I'm a history maker. So never in the history has anybody turned their own novel into a cartoon without the help of a major studio. So I'm taking it straight to the Black streaming services and I'm putting it out through there. So it's a Black thing with me, you know. I don't want to offend nobody with that, but that's just what it is. Like it's not a money thing, it's a history thing with me. I'm not worried about making money off of this because it come from the heart. So I know if everything line up like I wanted to, and like the universe is showing me that the history of being putting it on the Black streaming service, we'll get the money later. The money will come later. We'll get all that later.
Can we say Black excellence? That is incredible. I am even more excited. Congratulations for you. That is history making. And that is yes. That's what I
Oh
call
yeah, I'm definitely go soon as the trailer come out. I'm definitely gonna make sure you're one of the first people to get the press release announcing it. I'm definitely gonna make sure you're one of the first people to get the link to see
yes,
it because
please do. Please.
any yeah, anybody who work with me, I work with them. You know what I'm saying? So you might have the press release a week or two before it hit mainstream media because it's gonna be big. See, everybody go hear about this, so every part of this count. Like this interview is a part of my plan. I just didn't know who would be interviewing you. Like you got the first interview with me since I released the first look. So that's
Wow.
why I'm able to give you dates when the trailer will come out and all of that because this is just a part of the plan. Like I believe in manifestation. I believe in the universe. I believe like I haven't even been a published author for a year. Let me tell you, I wrote this story last September. I put this story out in March. By May, I won an award, and by the end of the year, I will be put by the beginning of next year. I will be putting out the animated series. Like I didn't. It's not that I even didn't come to play. The universe just opened up when I realized what I was supposed to be doing.
That is incredible. That is incredible. I am excited. I feel super honored. Thank you. And I cannot wait for the press release and I cannot wait to see the series. You think, doors are opening now. Just wait. You will be so busy, booked, and paid. It's going to be ridiculous. So I am
Thank you. I
super excited.
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Jackson, I do want to make sure my audience keeps up with everything that you're doing, and you do have a lot. Where are you on social media?
Well, they could go to okay. So I don't promote social media platforms because we don't own those. You know what I'm saying? So what I will tell them is they could go to my website, 1sljackson.com, 1sljackson.com. I have links to where I'm at social media wise on there. But if I can only get you to go to one place concerning me, I would want you to go to my website because everything about me is there. And if you want to keep up with me on social media, I get that. That's cool. All of those links are there. But if you only go do one thing for me and I get you to go one place, it would definitely be my website, which is 1sljackson.com. It's the number 1sljackson.com. Everything is interview. Like once you give me the link for this interview, once I update, because every couple of weeks I just update it with all the press I get. So this interview will be linked to there. There's other interviews that they can go check out right now. Like everything about this is serious because I'm self-published and I'm self-financed, and we got to make them respect that. Like what I'm doing right now is I'm opening up the door for another little kid who wouldn't believe that it was possible to come from where we come from and write urban fantasy. But I'm the blueprint now. You feel me? So they got somebody to look up to and say, hey, this guy just like me. I done been in trouble before. I done did all that, but I done cleaned up my life and I figured out my purpose in the universe. And now I'm full steam ahead. So I just want to be walking inspiration for the kids coming up, so they could say that they can open up their imagination. It ain't like by no means can you not write whatever you want to write. Don't ever put yourself in a box, you know? So I just want to be inspiration for the youth.
Yes. And there's no doubt that you are. There is no doubt that you are. And I just want to make sure and encourage my audience, please go to the website, one SLL Jackson. Just make sure you guys follow him, keep up to date with him on his old projects, and of course, check out all of his different interviews he's got, as well as this one. So this man is about to blow up in the biggest way, so make sure you guys check it out, and pretty much go with him on his huge ride and journey that he's going to be definitely going on. Going on to the number 6 question, I know you just gave us a little, exclusives about where you want to take your urban jungle fantasy, but do you have any other projects that you're involved with that you can share with the Tea Lounge audience?
Yeah, well, currently my brother and I told you I have a twin brother. That's AJ. I'm SJ, but you know what I'm saying? So my twin brother and I, AJ, we currently have a podcast that's called the Connected Experience Podcast, and that's brought to you by the Digital Soapbox Network. So wherever you listen to your podcast at, just type in the Connected Experience. It's a lifestyle show. So what we do is we just take different people and we introduce them to our audience. And so I could talk to anybody about anything. So our show is more about getting people interested in the people rather than the project. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. And then my brother and I also are the founders of the College of Hip Hop. And what the College of Hip Hop is, it's an entertainment education platform where we sell seminars, and we sell seminars by different people, and it helps you with copyrights, publishing. We do financing. We show you how to do a budget when you're getting ready to release a project. We got email lists for you. So you now you can follow them on Instagram at the College of Hip Hop, and you can order the seminars and all of that from there. And we got a lot of stuff going on, but right now the total focus is Animal Instinct, the Urban Jungle, and Animal Instinct, the Urban Jungle Animated, because we setting the standards for something big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody has ever did this. So the focus is laser focused on pushing this Animal Instinct, the Urban Jungle project, because this is creating generational wealth. This is something that my daughter is going to be involved in, and her kids and they kids and they kids. I'll be long gone. It'll be 100 years from now, 200 years from now, and people will still be buying merch with my characters. They'll be buying stuffed animals of my characters. The same way I know the feeling that Walt Disney had when he first seen the picture of Steamboat Willie, who is now Mickey Mouse. Because I have a 38-year-old cousin that for my whole life, all she cared about was Mickey Mouse. I'm going to have people like that who all they care about is leaps and jumps. All they care about is groovy. So I'm just using this time with this cartoon and this book to create generational wealth for the whole family.
Oh, that is amazing. That is amazing. And no doubt your family will have that. No doubt. Going on to the number 7 question. What goals do you hope to achieve with your writing career?
Well, when I set out to write, I decided that I just wanted to be an award-winning best-selling author. I didn't know what step. I just said that. I told myself that I was going to be an award-winning best-selling author. At the time I told myself that, I actually didn't know what that meant. So I did all the research to how I would win awards. I won an award. And now I'm at the phase where I just have to become a best-selling author, and I completed everything I wanted to complete off of one project. And I know that the book will become a best-selling title once people grasp the concept of the cartoon, of the merch, of that the book is already released. So I'm not in a rush for it to hit any bestsellers list because I know those things are coming. So all I really wanted to ever achieve was to be a best-selling award-winning author. And I'm halfway there. I'm already the award-winning author. So now I've just got to hit a bestsellers list, which ain't hard. It's not hard at all. That's coming. Once the animated series come out next year, people go run back and get the book, and that's gonna take me right there. So, like I said, I'm not pressed for no money or nothing. The goal is to get it out the way I want to get it out, and not have anybody be able to tell me no, I can't do it. So, and I'm achieving that goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love your goals. I do. I cannot wait to see just how big this gets for you. I'm excited. I am super excited, and it's excited to be able to stay connected to it too. So make sure you keep me up to date and posted and all that. Because I want to make sure.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, we're just coming up to the last few questions for you, Mr. Jackson. What are some of your passions outside of writing?
Well, outside of writing, I'm really I take martial arts.
Really?
Yeah, that's something that I recently got into, taking martial arts. I live in Michigan, so while the weather permits, I ride I ride my bike every couple days. I went from not bike riding at all to the month of August. I rode 300 miles. I just got a passion for life. I enjoy breathing. I take every breath and I accept every breath as just that breath. So I got a passion for living. I got a passion for helping people. Like my brother and I recently, we in the middle of purchasing some land in Inkster that we go gift to our daughters, but we go turn it into a garden that feed the community, and it's free. So once we turn the land into the garden, you could just come and get you something to eat, fruits and vegetables, to make sure that the community is healthy. It's free for them. It's gonna be free for them to come and get it. I'm just a lover of life. I love life so much that I want everybody else to love their life. So if you having a bad, I'm the type of guy, like, I'm a talker. I'm a Gemini, so I'm gonna talk you to death. But I'm the type of guy that I'm inspiration, not motivation, because you never heard somebody use inspiration in the negative content. You never heard that somebody had ulterior inspiration. So we don't use the word motivation, because I'm not motivated by anything. I'm inspired by everything, though. So I'm just walking inspiration. I'm the type of guy that if you having a bad day, even if I'm having a bad day, I'm going to come through and kick it with you, and you going to start feeling better about yourself. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real with me. It ain't nothing fake with me. Like, if I'm with it, I'm with it. If I ain't, I ain't. But I tell you why I ain't. So I'm just that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Our motto is, our lifestyle actually is, I want for my brother what I want for myself. That just means I want the best for you. So because I only want the best for myself. I don't know what your best may be, but that's what I want for you. I want for you what I want for me, which is the best.
That is amazing. I might have to tell my brother that one day. He might be inspired. Might have to tell him that. He might be inspired by that quote. I just, the best for my brother is the best for me. Yeah. So,
yeah, I want for my brother what I want for myself. Oh,
there you go.
You on the West Coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
You in LA?
Actually, I'm in the Seattle area.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I've been to Washington before. I've been to Washington State before. Oh no, because I was gonna say if you was in LA, next time we in LA, we would have had you on our show, because we go out to LA and record as well. So, but maybe we could put something together. We definitely be able to work something out. Don't even worry about that. But I just thought you was in the LA.
Yeah, we can make that happen one day. We can make it happen. There, look, you already proved there is no limitations. There's no impossibilities. There's only possibilities. So anything is possible for sure.
Definitely.
All right. Coming up here to the final question here for you, Mr. Jackson. In your honest opinion, if you haven't chosen your career in writing, what other career choice would you have chosen?
Let me think. No, because I really want to think, because you know what? I really wanted to be a farmer when I was young, like a real farmer. I wanted to. My grandfather had showed me how to grow food and all of that, and I always thought about being a farmer, like having some acres of land, farming it myself, and all of that. And that's still not off the table because I'm a young man. So, but that I wanted to be a farmer. I never really looked at life outside of being in the entertainment industry. Like I said, we was writing raps and doing music since we was 9 years old. That was like 1991, 92. But I learned how to farm before I learned how to write a rap. So like so probably a farmer, and I'm gonna still do that. I'm definitely gonna still do that. That's not off the table for me.
That would be really cool if you were, yeah. Because they don't talk. I mean, they talk about farmers, but they don't talk about the black farmers, and there are black farmers out there. So
right.
I know to some people like, really, there's black. Yes, people, there really are black farmers out there. There are some black people who are about that country life. It is true.
Yeah. See, I'm from a small city right outside of Detroit, so I'm a country guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I got I'm only a city slicker when I go to the country, if that makes sense. Like when I go down south and visit my folks and all of that, I might be a city slicker to them. You know what I'm saying? But at heart, I'm a country kid. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a garden planting stuff. My grandfather before I was born, my grandfather used to have horses, all of that. So at heart, I'm a country kid. You could give me a cowboy hat and some overalls, and I'm just as comfortable.
Not the overalls. Not the overalls. You can't go back once you put on the overalls. You can't go back.
Right. That's farming, though. That's farming.
Oh, God, he said the overalls. I wouldn't know what to do if I actually saw my brother in overalls and a straw hat. I'd be over. I'd be done for me. I'd be done. Oh, Mr. Jackson, you have been such a pleasure to talk to. I appreciate your vision. I appreciate your thoughts. I cannot wait for the different and many projects that are coming your way. And I cannot wait for the press release for the Urban Jungle. And I cannot wait to actually see the animated series. You are going to just pretty much rule 21.
Definitely. And I'm bringing people with me. Like whoever showed me love now at the beginning of this process, I'm showing them love. So this just our first interview. Like anybody who reach out to, I got a list of everybody who reaching out. I know who's supporting what I'm doing early, so everybody who support what I do early, when it's time for those gigantic announcements that people would think will go here or there first, no, I'm going right back to the same people who supported me early and let them get them big stories to break. I'm giving you these big stories a week before I send it out to the rest of the press. So you know what I'm saying? So your platform, you breaking stories now. Like you already did, because I've been to your YouTube. I listened to a few interviews. The last interview I just listened to was with the guy. He acted in the movie, directed the movie all during the pandemic. I can't remember his name, but I just listened to that the other day. So I appreciate the platform and I see what it's doing. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like make sure you keep her around. So when you want to break other stories, it's other artists that I got that I can let you in, like that I can plug you with. Like I said, I want for my brother or sister what I want for myself. So you got an ally in me now. If I could get to him and you can't, and I know I can get to him, then I pass him to you. It's no big deal to me. Helping the next platform, because I'm a podcaster as well. So me helping the next platform get bigger, I don't see it as competition. I see it as the universe allowing me to get what I want by helping others.
Love it. I love that attitude, and I agree with it. And thank you so much. I appreciate the love and support. This is exactly why I created this platform. Just to kind of bring it back to love and support, and kind of give voice and give platforms to those who might are kind of overlooked or people don't know about yet. So or who are going to know. So I really appreciate you, and I really enjoyed this interview today.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. And I definitely enjoyed this interview. And to all the listeners, just be sure to go to 1sljackson.com, 1sljackson.com. Get you a copy of Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle. I got ebooks, I got paperback, however you want it. If you get a paperback and you order it and you send it to me, I will autograph your book and send it back and cover the shipping. I will autograph. So If you want it autographed with a personal message or something, you just let me know what you want it autographed with. You can send it to me. I autograph it and I send it back to you, and I take care of the shipping, because this a big deal. And I want everybody who get on it early, I'm going to know how they got on it. I'm going to know all of that. So Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle. Be on the lookout for Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle animated. That's coming soon. It's just a lot. So just remember the name, S.L. Jackson.
All right, that is huge. That is huge. I hope all my audience takes that in. I hope you guys take advantage of that opportunity. Sounds like a great one. I mean, yeah, I'm giving it, autographed by the author himself. Yes, make sure you guys do that. Make sure you guys check out the Urban Fantasy, and make sure you guys get him to sign it. I mean, come on, that's a great opportunity. So, but I once again want to thank my guest, Mr. S.L. Jackson, for his incredible interview, and I cannot wait again for all the opportunities and all the upcoming projects he's going to be involved with. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a game changer. So make sure you guys check it out, because you definitely want to be a part of it. And I definitely want to thank everyone for listening in. Of course, you guys know I've been your hostess with the mostest, Miss J. And this has been the Tea Lounge with Miss J. And of course, you guys know I will be back to give you guys another great interview with another great guest. But until then, I just want to thank our guest one more time, S.L. Jackson. I want to thank everyone for listening in. And everyone, we will be back with another great episode. And everyone else, have a nice day. Be back soon. Bye.